West Tigers country, how the heck are we doing? It is game day. I am pumped. I know you are pumped. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. We have so much to go over today. Our team lineup, our final team that was finally brought down to 19. Plus, we also have a lot to talk about around our skipper and hooker, Api Koroisau, what his future looks like, because he made a statement, Benji Marshall made a statement, and they're completely polar opposites, and we need to break it down. But before we do that, my name is Geordie. I am a die-hard Tigers fan who lives and breathes orange, black, and white. It means the world to me if you like and subscribe to this channel. Plus, it helps me in the YouTube algorithm out a ton, and normally I do live streams, but today I won't be able to. I am feeling a little under the weather this week, and I want to make sure my body gets all the rest that it needs to recover so we can continue kicking butt here on NRL Deep Dive. So let's get into it. Our final lineup going against the Penrith Panthers is this. We got Buller in at number 1. Buller, make sure you just play NRL standard defense and NRL standard attack. I want to see you running up the middle more, running along with the centers, and just doing all sorts of fun, flary things that you do really, really well. I know the last few weeks have been crazy with Galvin Saga, but it's time to stand up and own this team. This is one of yours, and make sure you come out. We have Sunua Taruva in as well. He is going to be our guy that brings that aggression on the left or the right wing, wherever he ends up. Same thing with Jarrell Skelton coming back from the dead from his hamstring injury. So he is going to be absolutely killing it tonight. Really, really intrigued to see how he goes overall. Praying and hoping for massive, massive healing for him, and that nothing flares up or relapses for him in that, like we saw last time. We do have Adam Dewey and Toa in our centers, two tremendously, absolutely built like tanks centers that we need to make sure that we get the ball to. They can either run it, they can either pass it, they can create plays, they can do so much, and we need to make sure that they have the ball in hand a lot of the time tonight, in my opinion, because we're going to see a lot of tries scored on that edge, especially Penrith Panthers. They are going to be scoring a lot of tries on their edges too, so we need to make sure that our defense here is on point. So our backline has got to be on point this coming game, and we need to make sure that these guys know what their plan is. Dewey, I'd love to see you lead a little bit more in the kicking game tonight. I think we're going to have to make sure we get some 40-20s, and if we can, some nice high bombs and get in under that. Next up, we got our young fella Heath Mason in at 6, partnering up with Jerome Luai. Really, really stoked on this partnership here. Was really happy with it against our last game. Even though we came out with a loss, we still had so much to actually dream big about and be proud of, and Heath Mason tore it up. You can definitely see his fullback tendencies, if you will. He's traditionally a half, but you know, he has played fullback the last few years, so you can definitely see that in his footwork, his unpredictability, and the way he doesn't like to run straight too much. So mate, if I've got any piece of advice for you, it's just run straighter tonight and great things will happen, and let Jerome Luai lead the ship and steer the ship. With that, we got Terrell May in at number 8. Run hard, mate, offload hard, mate, and just absolutely go relentless. They don't call you the Teaminator for nothing, mate, so make sure you do not give up and keep going. Number 9 is Api Koroisau. Now, he's kind of the man of the minute right now. He's kind of all the talk around town, and the reason why is, if you didn't see my post on Instagram, he did come out and say he would be open to leaving the West Tigers for the Perth Bears if that were to come, and honestly, we have to talk about that. So here is for... I'm not saying I made this up, so I will show you the audio yourself.
He's hungry for, and it could come from the NRL's newest team.
I'd love to keep playing, and like I said, I started my career here at North Sydney, so we'd definitely be open to it.
Koroisau played New South.
He said he would definitely be open to it, and honestly, I don't even know if you guys heard that. Let me rewind that. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry guys, technical difficulty here. Rookie action, there we go.
And it could come from the NRL's newest team.
I'd love to keep playing, and like I said, I started my career here at North Sydney, so we'd definitely be open to it.
He said he'd definitely be open to it, and that was the question of, would you ever play for the for the Perth Bears? And he said, I would definitely be open to it. And then we had Benji Marshall come out in the presser yesterday saying this, and it really, really threw me for a loop.
One of your favourite players, Api Koroisau, signalled he might be open to joining the Bears. Does that worry you?
He's going nowhere.
Just like that. He's going nowhere. Turned around, looked away, had a smirk on his face. It's almost like he knows that, hey, we just threw massive money at Api for probably one of his last or second last seasons, and it's going to be with the West Tigers. So that, to me, kind of has a little hint. And so I would love to know your thoughts. Do we keep Api? Are we keeping Api? If we don't, is this the moment Tallyn Da Silva comes through and shows that what he has is honestly next level? Because I think if he doesn't come through, I'm talking Benji doesn't come through with the offer, we could definitely see Tallyn Da Silva looking at leaving. But if I were him, I would definitely stay, because Api, I love the bloke, but he doesn't have much longer left in him, I think, in the NRL West Tigers, but also just in the NRL in general. He's reaching that kind of age where he's starting to fizzle out. He's not as electric as he once was. And again, all from a place of love. I love the bloke and I don't want him to go, but at the same time, we do have to be looking into the future, and Tallyn Da Silva is the next best thing for that role. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? Just wanted to bring that to your attention, because the next up after Api, we have number 10. That is Faianu. We have actually all three of the Faianu brothers in tonight, so that is going to be sick. We got Sion, Samuela, and Latu. Latu's on the bench at 14 as our impact player. He is going to be one of those guys that is going to be able to step in for a center, for a wing if we had to, but more importantly for these halves or a hooker. So I'm going to be really, really intrigued to see how he gets played tonight. I'm guessing Mason's going to come out for a bit. Latu's going to go in, and that's what it's going to be for over the next few games, just to get him in into rhythm, into tone, and kind of get him integrated into this system. So yeah, next up we got after the Samuela, we got Seyfarth, which is going to be in spot for Alex Twal, because Alex Twal has got that concussion, so he has to be out for at least 11 days, and so this is one of those games that he has to miss, so unfortunately. So sending big love to you, Alex, and make sure that you rest up, mate, because we miss you and we want you back. And then we have Tony Suka, our new extension signing, and he is the guy that's going to bring that new energy. I love what we saw from him last game, the offloads. It struggled a few moments, but I love the intensity in the intent from him, and that is what I think we need as young guns in this team. Then we have a wicked interchange bench, and we're talking the Latu Faianu, Jackie Bird. Talk about versatility. We got Kit Loudley, which he is going to be a huge relief and depth in our forward pack. And then we got Charlie Murray, which is going to be the exact same thing. So essentially, we've got two impact depth players here for our backs. And I mean, Jack Bird could step into second row if he had to. And I'm sure Latu could, but he's not natively there. But then we also have our forward pack depth here, which is two big-bodied fellas that know how to run that footy hard against all other odds. So how are we feeling, West Tigers fans, about this lineup? I am so pumped. And again, I really, really wish that I could do a live stream, but I got to do what's best for my body, and I don't want to make things worse. But what do you think of this overall lineup? What is your final score prediction? I genuinely believe this is going to be one of those games that when we win, it's going to be like by 1 or 2 points. It's going to be by a field goal, or it's going to be by a penalty kick. So I'm calling, let's just say for the sake of it, 18-20. Our way, West Tigers way. So let me know. And a first try scorer, I think it's got to be Terrell May. It's either going to be Terrell May, or I actually think it might be Stafford Toa. It's going to be one of those two. So let me know your predictions in the comments below. And up the freaking Tigers. It is game day. Get pumped. And if you're not as pumped as I am, you need to check yourself. Get the vibes going, because we need to send all the boys, all the good vibes going up against one of the toughest teams in the NRL in history. What I'm saying by that is they have so much structure. They know how to play footy. Yes, they've had a pretty rough season so far, but once they are on, man, they are on. And Nathan Cleary and then Jerome Luai used to be best buds, so they definitely have some predictability coming at each other. So I'm intrigued to see how that all pans out. I'm going to rewatch the game tomorrow as soon as I wake up and make sure I don't look at social media and see the score. But as always, you guys take it easy, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.